When you're deep in the forest or high in the mountains, alone and surrounded by silence, it's easy to feel like you're being watched. But sometimes, it's not just your imagination. Predators like mountain lions, wolves, and even humans have stalking behaviors that leave subtle signs. If you don't know what to look for, you could walk right into danger. In this video, we'll break down the top 5 warning signs that you're not alone in the wilderness. And more importantly, what to do if you suspect something or someone is watching you. Survival isn't just about tools and fire making, it's also about awareness, instincts, and staying calm when the forest goes quiet. Let's begin. When you're out in the wilderness, your surroundings are usually filled with natural sounds: birds chirping, insects buzzing, small animals rustling through the underbrush. But one of the most telling signs that something may be watching you is an abrupt and unnatural silence. Nature has a rhythm, and when that rhythm stops, it's often because a predator has entered the area. Animals sense danger long before humans do, and their first instinct is to go still and quiet. If you're hiking, camping, or moving through a trail and suddenly the forest goes dead silent, your senses should go on high alert. This isn't meant to cause panic, it's about situational awareness. When all background noise disappears, stop moving and listen carefully. Look around, slowly. Don't call out or run. Take slow breaths and observe your surroundings without making sudden movements. The silence could mean a predator is nearby, perhaps observing from a distance. Mountain lions, for example, are known to stalk silently from higher ground or behind dense foliage. Bears can be surprisingly quiet for their size, especially in thick brush. Even a human with bad intentions could be watching without making a sound. Use this moment to assess your safety. Are you alone? Are you near shelter? Do you have anything to defend yourself with? Make yourself look bigger if needed. Stay upright. And if the silence persists, consider retreating the way you came. Animals that stalk humans usually wait for a moment of weakness. Don't give them one. The key is to stay calm, stay observant, and trust your instincts. The forest may be silent, but that doesn't mean it's empty. As you move through the wild, it's important to train your eyes to notice what doesn't belong. One of the clearest signs that something or someone is watching you is the presence of unusual tracks or subtle disturbances near your camp or trail. Most people ignore the ground, but in survival, reading the earth is like reading a warning sign. Tracks that don't match your own, fresh paw prints, broken branches at an unusual height, or overturned soil can all indicate recent movement, especially from predators. In mountain terrain, large cats like cougars or mountain lions are stealthy and leave behind rounded paw prints without claw marks, unlike dogs or wolves. If you find fresh prints that circle your tent, that's a red flag. Scat animal droppings nearby, especially if fresh, can indicate a predator marking territory. Similarly, flattened grass, recently moved rocks, or claw marks on trees are signs you should not ignore. Another overlooked sign is the absence of your own gear or objects moved slightly from where you placed them. Bears, raccoons, or even other people may have investigated your area while you were gone or sleeping. If something feels off, it usually is. Make a habit of doing a visual sweep of your surroundings every time you return to camp. Walk the perimeter, check for tracks, listen for movement, and look for any changes from before. These small efforts can help you detect danger early and avoid becoming prey. In survival, awareness isn't paranoia, it's preparedness. If something has been near your camp while you weren't looking, chances are it's still close by. The forest keeps secrets, but the ground often tells the truth. Don't ignore the clues that nature leaves behind, they might be your only warning. That eerie feeling that someone or something is watching you is more than just a trick of the mind. In the wild, our instincts are often sharper than we realize, especially when we remove ourselves from noisy, modern environments. The sensation of being watched is a primal alert system passed down from our ancestors. It's your body picking up on subtle cues, movements in your peripheral vision, unnatural quiet, or an unseen presence. When this feeling arises in the mountains or forests, it should never be dismissed, especially if it's persistent. Predators like mountain lions or wolves are stealth hunters. They often observe their targets for extended periods before acting. You may never hear or see them at first, but their eyes may already be locked onto your movements. In some rare cases, even other humans could be watching from a distance, curious. Hikers, poachers, or those with ill intent. The key is to remain calm, still, and observant. Do not panic. Stop walking and turn in a slow, controlled motion. scanning the terrain around you behind rocks, in the trees, or along ridgelines. Avoid tunnel vision. Predators often rely on your attention. If you're wearing headphones or distracted by your phone or camera, you can miss the signs that something is nearby. Once you get that gut feeling, heighten your defenses. Ready your bear spray, hiking stick, or other defensive tools. Begin making deliberate noise, talk aloud, sing, or bang your trekking poles. Most predators will back off once they know they've been detected. Never run, and don't show fear. In the wild, acting like prey increases your chances of becoming one. The wilderness has eyes, and sometimes they're watching you. Trust your instincts. They're the oldest survival tool you have when it comes to animal encounters in the wild. Understanding predator behavior is just as important as recognizing signs of their presence. Many predators, especially mountain lions, wolves, and even bears, don't attack randomly. They observe, evaluate, and often follow a pattern before they make a move. Recognizing these patterns can help you detect danger early and take defensive action before it's too late. Predators typically stalk from behind or above. Mountain lions, for example, use high ledges or thick brush to stay hidden while tracking their prey. If you're walking a narrow trail with cliffs or dense foliage on both sides, check your six frequently. If you feel like you're being followed, chances are you might be right. Predators may mirror your path, staying just out of sight, but close enough to watch. You may also notice faint sounds, a soft crunch of leaves, a snap of a twig that's just a little too heavy for a squirrel. Another common behavior is circling. Some predators slowly loop around you to get downwind or find a better angle for ambush. If you spot tracks or broken branches ahead of you after a loop trail, that's not a coincidence, it may be a stalking pattern. This is especially dangerous if you're alone and distracted. The waiting game is also common. Predators may lie still for hours waiting for you to settle into camp, fall asleep, or become isolated. This is why maintaining awareness and securing your area before nightfall is essential. If you suspect stalking or circling behavior, don't ignore it. Make yourself loud and visible. Stand tall, wave your arms, shout, let the animal know you see it. Most predators will abandon the hunt once they lose the element of surprise. If you find yourself in a situation where you believe something is watching or stalking you in the wild, your immediate reaction can determine whether you stay safe or make yourself more vulnerable. The most important rule: do not panic. Panic leads to bad decisions like running, getting lost, or putting yourself in a more vulnerable position. Your goal is to stay calm, stay sharp, and respond with deliberate, confident action. First, assess your environment. Are you near an exit, trail, or are you deep in the wilderness? Are you alone or with others? Do you have any tools on hand like a walking stick, bear spray, or even a loud whistle? Now is the time to position yourself in a defensible, open space where you have visibility in all directions. Avoid turning your back to the suspected threat. Next, make yourself appear larger and more dominant. Stand tall, raise your arms, and speak in a loud, firm voice. Many predators are looking for weakness. They'll avoid attacking anything that seems confident and aware. Make deliberate noises, bang metal objects, talk to yourself loudly, or clap. These actions often deter animals that rely on stealth and surprise. If you're carrying bear spray, keep it in your hand and remove the safety. If you see a predator but it hasn't acted yet, do not turn and run. Slowly back away while maintaining eye contact. Running triggers a chase response even from animals that weren't planning to attack. Finally, if you're being followed, do not camp in that spot. Move to a safer, more visible location, preferably near higher ground or with an open field of view. Trust your instincts, stay focused, and never let fear override strategy. In the wild, the calmest minds are often the ones that survive. While animal threats are a major concern in the wild, the possibility of encountering dangerous humans is equally important to consider, especially for solo campers, hikers, or remote survivalists. It's uncomfortable to think about, but being followed or watched by another person in the forest or mountains is a very real threat. And unlike animals, human threats can be more unpredictable and harder to read. Always be mindful of your surroundings when setting up camp. Avoid highly visible, exposed locations or camping too close to roads, unmarked trails, or abandoned structures. If you see someone repeatedly appearing on your route, especially in secluded areas, it may not be a coincidence. Casual hikers rarely cross paths multiple times in wilderness zones unless they're lost or tracking. Keep your personal items closed and secured, especially at night. If you notice disturbed gear, food tampering, or footprints near your site that weren't there before, assume someone has entered your space. Always trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. At night, use a motion-sensitive headlamp or noise traps like hanging metal utensils or rocks in a tin. Can near your perimeter. These low-tech solutions can alert you to movement. While you sleep, avoid campfires if you're trying to stay unnoticed. But if visibility is an advantage, such as in bear country, use fire strategically. When dealing with potential human threats, show confidence. Make it clear you're not afraid to confront or call out suspicious behavior. Let them know you're not an easy target. Speak directly, ask questions, or walk away without turning your back. Above all, maintain situational awareness. Your greatest defense is staying mentally prepared. In the wilderness, being observant, proactive, and confident can keep both man and beast at a safe distance.